Hello there. Yes, I feel that people confuse religion, belief and faith. Faith, religion and belief. Generally when I like to look at words, I like to look at the literal meanings. Too often we get mixed up in semantics and what does a word mean, finding metaphors and allegories for each word. And this is often a big mistake of why the original words that were written on a piece of paper become something else, Chinese whispers. And if one word is changed, it can have massive ramifications on the meaning of things. So like the word belief. I've changed my own meaning of the word belief over the years. Years ago I used to think it meant kind of like an acceptance of something being true. In between I use the word differently because I've studied law and I like to make my literal meanings nearer to the legal sense. If me and you was going to argue about the meaning of a word and we was ending up in a fight or a dispute where we needed to go to court, then we would enter the realms of law, and so we would be using legal terms. Now a lot of people say that legalese is a different language. I kind of disagree. I think that the common language, in the case of English, the common English has become very ambiguous for one or the other reason. Liberty of speech, so that we can misunderstand each other, give each other benefit of the doubt. But the words themselves, they have an etymological reason, meaning, the root meaning. So let's look at the word religion. Re comes from a king, Rex, the ruler. And legion is to like rejoin, to join. So the word religion doesn't really mean anything about belief. It means more the process of rejoining, or the act of rejoining. So people, there's people saying, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in a deity, I'm not religious, and all of this stuff. Without realising the definition of a religion is a system of belief. So we're at the word belief. Belief to me, and in the legal definition, is seeing is believing. So is that seeing with your eyes, or is that seeing with your mind, or both? Obviously you can see reason. So therefore, if you have a belief, then that should be backed by reason, and not just looking. We can look at the world, or we can see the world. And so believing something, a friend like yourself came to me and said, I've just seen a wild animal in the woods. Then I have the choice to believe you, to take what you say as read, to take it from that leaf of paper. If you was to write it down and I was to read it, it's like a leaf, and I take it and it as a belief. I believe it. I take it as read from the leaf. Letter for letter, word for word, as you say it. Now that belief is based on courtesy, on merit, and trust. And so if you're built up with trust with somebody, you have the rights to believe them. If you see a signature on a contract, you can believe that signature. It could be a fake. Anybody could put a signature or a bit of ink on a piece of paper. But out of courtesy for community, we believe that signature. We give it our belief. Same as money. Money is a promissory note, which means into the future you are granted a certain value on power or resource or whatever. Some kind of value into the future. It's a promissory note. So again, it's backed by faith. If tomorrow all the money was meaningless, then that piece of paper would have no value at all, except you could maybe start a fire with it or use it as toilet paper. But the actual paper itself is a very serious piece of paper that you can put faith and belief in, because it's got the things on it to make it authentic. It's a piece of paper with signatures and... So you know where I'm going. Money is called fiat currency because the word fiat is Latin for faith. So the only thing that keeps money together is faith or belief. Belief in money keeps it going. The belief in a nation to look after its people and to build a good health system and a military, that is faith. That is a faith in an entity that is no single man or entity. It's not a deity, but in a way the flag itself represents a deity, or the symbol, the national hymn represents a deity. When the people worship that nation and forget who really created life, then again it's a belief system in a kind of a deity. It's definitely we're worshipping something that didn't create the universe. So the system we're born into is a religion, really. The society is a religion. It is a culture, an occult. Within every culture there is an occult layer, a hidden layer. So any religion is kind of like a regrouping in the mindset, the way you see life, and as we grow to certain ages we realise that things are different, and we join different groups of people who share those like minds. In this phase of growth and in consciousness in humanity, we have religions and cultures, and it's all basically a rejoining with something, whether it's joining a nation or joining a school of spirituality, or whether it's all joining, it's all religion. Lig is from ligament. It's also connected with light and lies and all of these types of words, but also logos and leg. And so logos, is reason. So believing is reason. So seeing is believing, and it's all about you, the perceiver. I can say as much as I like, but if you don't listen properly, then you're going to get the words mixed up, and I can't. There's nothing I can do about that. There has to be certain communication compromises. We need to use names, we need to use labels for things to know what we're talking about. And I have to have faith and belief that you know what that word means. I have to have faith in you and trust in you to speak to you. If I would think that everything I say was going to be taken backwards, then I might as well speak backwards. So faith is a feeling like, for me, when I'm climbing, say, a rock face or a tree, have faith in a branch to hold me. I don't know that branch will hold me until after I've tried it. But when I pull myself up on that branch or that rock, then I know that it could hold or it could break, and I have to use a certain judgment and trust from my experience. So that's faith. Like I say, there's a difference between faith and belief, in that belief is taking something as read. You could say that you take the branch for read, but the branch isn't giving you reason. You give yourself reason, so you're not getting reason from a piece of paper or from somebody else's word. The tree or the rock doesn't speak. You're using your own judgment. You're using your own reason, your own faith. So in a way that's not really belief, it's more faith, because it's not an external thing asking for trust. You're looking for trust within something that's just there. So like I say, religion, when people say, oh, I'm not religious, being a part of a society is as good as being a religion. And if you can't see it, that's because the indoctrination is so strong that you don't see it as a religion. And so that's all I wanted to say, I think. Anyway, if you got anything to add to that, write it down. Cheerio. See you later.